red Fiat is back. You guys have probably only seen this once since I bought it back. I actually just put a trans in it yesterday with a couple of friends. The third gear had gone out because it was low on fluid. It's low on fluid because the output seals were bad. And I lost third gear because of it. So new used trans installed, but the brakes are, they're metal to metal. And I'd rather not ruin my abarth wheels with all that brake. So I've got all the new stuff in the boot and just gonna do a standard brake job on it. I already have YouTube videos of front and rear axle on the Fiat 500, so I probably won't be doing a very in-depth job of it. But just so you know where I'm at. And then today we also started assembling but did not finish the new 4-post lift. Still have to assemble the casters, still have to do the locks, the hydraulic line, the power unit, but at least we could park a car on it. So 355 is back where it should be, just on a lift this time. The red M3 doesn't need anything. I do have those red seat belts to install still. 1M needs a clutch. That's in the brown box right there with the manual specific bell housing bolt kit. Brexit needs the elbow on the turbo welded. But other than that, we're actually sitting pretty good. Blue M3 doesn't really need anything right now either. Old Turbski. Yeah. It is a billion degrees. I think it's 95 degrees Fahrenheit right now, so not doing as much work as usual. Got a frosty cool beer at least. Get cracking on this bad boy. There's a little pad left, but that's not Skookum. Not Skookum Atoll, partner. So these are gonna get removed. Circlip, 7 mils on the guide pins, 19s on the carrier. Whole thing comes off, nice and easy. There is our recently replaced trans. It's only got like 30,000 miles on it. It was 200 bucks. Gotta love parts for the Fiat. And new hotness. I've definitely seen brakes on cars destined for scrap that have been sitting 10 years that look better than those. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. One of these is definitely metal to metal. I don't know if it's the left or right side, but we'll find out very soon. Oh man, I hate this style. Seriously, looks like these parts came out of a swamp truck from the 1920s. All systems are go, except for low tire pressure, whatever. Ooh, why is the boxster in service position? Well, this thing is hemorrhaging power steering fluid, has been for a few hundred miles now. So I got a new tin of 11S, popped up the service cover, and not only is the cap over there, I'll pull this off in a second so you can see, but the entire front of the engine's just drenched in power steering fluid. So I think the reservoir has failed. And I bought a new one. I don't actually know what's bad, but you know, this is one last ditch before I take it into a shop. We'll see. This is just a protective piece of plastic over the O-ring, this red thing, but I don't know. This thing's kind of a piece of crap. You can see it's just wet. So the reservoir sits right down, boy that's hard to see, right down in there. So it's got a little twist thing on it, and then it just sits down in. There's a little better view. So I'm just hoping it was leaking out of there. I don't really know, but again, just trying stuff at this point. Well, I found a hairline crack in the lower reservoir. I think I have a lower reservoir somewhere in Stillwater, but I have to look into how to take that lower red O-ring fitting thing out of there to replace it. I don't know if I can. obviously it unbolts from the back of the pump. In the meantime, I just covered it in epoxy, so maybe that'll work. We'll see. I'm gonna give that a go, push the car inside, and try for no leaks next time I'm here. Ugh, what a nightmare. Glad I spent the money on that new upper. Well, I don't really want to put that back together while the epoxy is drying. So let's put it in gear. I just yanked the fuel pump fuse. It works! This poor starter. Oh. She's looking a little tired. Maybe I'll give her a minute. It's working though. That's cool. Don't really want to burn out my starter. We're going for the final bout. It's kind of fun to watch, so. So on the top of the red Fiat, I took this thing through a car wash just a few months ago, and it actually blew the factory spoiler right off, which is a bit of a bummer. So I've left it off. This one, because I actually have a black abarth spoiler sitting in my garage, which I was erroneously shipped a couple of years ago, as luck would have it. So what I'm gonna do is apply the double-sided tape I've got to this area right here, and then transfer the clips from this spoiler to this spoiler and stick it on the car. Looks very swank. Apparently good for another mile to the gallon on the highway.